Welcome to New Botany, and in this video I'll be explaining my obsession with willow herbs and looking at their biology and microevolution. And here's the page in W. Keble Martin's book showing the different kinds of willow herb that grow in Britain. And they're remarkable because they almost all hybridize with each other. And for this reason, I've been growing them in cultivation in my own garden. Some would say carelessly, because the plants do spread like wildfire. Now, this plant is a specimen of Epilobium pseudorubescens, and you can tell that it's pseudorubescens because it's a white flower which fades to pink as the flowers close. And it does have lighter green leaves than some of the other species. This one is Epilobium adenocaulon, and this differs from pseudorubescens by having darker green leaves and flowers that open pink and fade to pink. It has narrower leaves as well in cultivation. I should point out that all these plants are perennials, and I've been growing them over several years from overwintering structures. This is a form of Epilobium montanum, which I think might be a hybrid, but I'm not sure, and I want to test for hybridization between these different species. This one's Epilobium hirsutum, which is a hairy plant. It's a tall plant, and this is its second or third year growing in cultivation here. But the plants have seeded themselves and spread to grow in the garden, and these are this year's seedlings. And most of them clearly look like Epilobium adenocaulon. That's the small pink flowered one that opens pink, flowers that open pink. Here's another one. And I think adenocaulon is the one which I have some most specimens developing at the moment in the garden, though they're not all like this. Here is a white flowered one, which I think is of a white flowered adenocaulon rather than a pseudorubescens, because the flowers do not close to pink and the leaves are quite dark. So I think that's adenocaulon white form. This one is obviously a seedling of Epilobium hirsutum, I think. Hairy willow herb, the tall one with large flowers. And there are several plants of this growing together in my garden. Another Epilobium adenocaulon with the attractive pale pink flowers in the form of a cross and a club-shaped stigma lobes. However, also growing is a plant clearly of pseudorubescens, in which the flowers open white and fade to pink. So we've got a number of the plants that I've had in cultivation that are spread into the garden, and I want to find a way of analysing these plants that is simple to carry out, and DNA analysis is really the best method for analysing plants, but it's very expensive, at about £250 a sample. I haven't got that money to spend, but you can test plants for their polyphenol content, and different species do tend to have different types of polyphenols. So I'm setting up an experimental system here with paper chromatography, which will be looking over the summer at the polyphenol content of each of these willow herbs. And this is some of the apparatus I'll be using. I need a mortar and pestle, vinegar, an ultraviolet light. So thanks for watching.